I am pre-recording these kind of in the moment that it's happening for potentially May or June or never or next year. But I am on the hunt for a motorhome. I have these big ideas all the time, which is basically what this channel is me having an idea. And these are usually preceded by a message I send somebody, and it has those red alarm emojis where it's like, you know, spinning like on an emergency vehicle, and I say, great idea. And that's how you know that it might not be a great idea. But I always have great ideas, exclusively great ideas. So I just don't get to act on them. Okay, so this motorhome, I found one on Facebook Marketplace. It is a 1976 Vanguard. Some of it is still original, some of it they've done a little bit of work to. I don't know if there's preventative work or reactionary work. So it doesn't look all original on the inside, but there's enough to be like, okay, that's adorable. And it is adorable. So it's 1976 Ford Vanguard motorhome. It is 25 feet in length. It is out near Cornwall, and we don't have a date to go see it, but I want to do my little introduction to, I found the one that I'm interested in going to see. I have some pictures from the Facebook listing. These people also had an Instagram account that they were posting photos of the adventure because they brought this RV back from Alberta, and they drove it to Montreal, and now they're in Ontario. So day one, let's date timestamp this. March 20th, I messaged them at 9:55 a.m. So that is where this saga officially starts for this piece of it. Okay, so we messaged the person about the RV on Thursday, and we were asking when we could go set up a time, the earliest convenience for the person selling and the storage lot where it's being kept for it to be open. And it's now end of day Saturday, and I haven't heard back, and I'm a little bit nervous that they're going to sell it to somebody else, like something just crazy, like either somebody willing to buy it sight unseen, or somebody that's like, oh, well, you know, my cousin's best friends, whoever wants to buy it off of you, so, you know, they'll just come get it whenever they can. So cross your fingers that it is still potentially moving forward. Okay, today is Saturday, and Wesley and I are going to go look at a motorhome. It is outside of the budget that I had set. Wesley is just a victim of my choices. Watching the last video from this angle, my face is real close, so there we go. I have been kind of periodically recording for another RV that I had been looking at. It was out past Cornwall. It was listed for $6,000, and I was going back and forth with the guy. Like I had a pre-purchase inspection ready to go. I had the place that I was taking it to be certified. I had contacted the insurance to see what my insurance would cost for it, and I was ready to go. So he had kind of given us a date of when we'd be able to go check it out, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I followed up. And then I followed up, and I followed up, and then everyone was like, are you maybe being ghosted? And I was like, I think I might be being ghosted. So I followed up one more time. And that brings us to here, not that RV. So this one is about twice that price, but I'm hoping that we can see if they want to drop it just a little bit for me. So anyway, that's where we are off to. This is the length that I would be looking for. So it's 19 feet. So it's just like a little bit longer than like kind of an average vehicle that I drive. Parks in a parking lot in a parking spot, so that is awesome, except for where's that really small parking lot that the Jeep never fits into? We've only been there a few times, and every time we go we're like, why is this parking lot so small? Anyway, doesn't matter, I won't be taking it there, except I will be, and then I'll record that and be like, that's the parking lot. So anyway, we are off to Bracebridge actually for a 1985 Glendale on a Ford Chassis E350. So I'm really good at like regurgitating information. That's why I'm really academically inclined. So we are hitting the road. I need to turn on the GPS, and I don't know, cross your fingers for me. Wesley's like, please don't cross your fingers. This is really expensive. But cross your fingers for me. So we went and saw the RV. Very charming little thing. They really loved it. So that was really cool. They had lots of stories. They were so excited to share, even though they only owned it for like a year and a half, but they loved it so much. They were like, no, we need a bigger unit because we need to do more of this. So that's just so super wholesome and cool. So yeah, we bought it. Of course we did. Just, you know, we've been together for so long and we do this thing where we go, no, we're just gonna go look. We're not gonna drop a ton of money. That's super irresponsible. We're just gonna go look. And I am telling you, we have never just gone to look. We did not just go to look at the motorcycles. We did not just go to look at the boat. We do not just go to look. We did not just come to look at this house. We did not just go to look at that motorhome. But we play this game with each other. Always ends up the same way, and we always pretend we're shocked. And I don't know, you know, it's fine. It's just who we are. We just have grown to be a little bit more cautious when we say that we're just gonna go look. Anyway, thinking about all the other times we've just gotta go look at stuff that has not ended up. We just went to go look at this vehicle. Anyway, I'm gonna just step out there. I'm very excited. So the way that it is being set up right now is we paid a deposit so that we have secured it as ours. They are no longer going to show people. They have marked it as sold on Facebook Marketplace. So awesome. They received our money. They wrote us a little receipt saying that it is ours. They dated it. The radiator needs replacing, so they actually special ordered a piece and they want to have that fixed before they sell it to us, because they want to they were the sweetest people. They want to sell us the absolute best thing that they can sell us. So that was really cool. We didn't bother trying to bargain or talk or negotiate a different price. We knew that they were asking a good price. They had tons of interest. They actually had to cancel people that were supposed to be going after us when we said we were buying it. So lots of demands. So if we were trying to be too, I don't know, I didn't want to lose it, really, is what it came down to. So yeah, they got this piece. It has arrived in the country. They had to ship it, I don't even know. I don't know if it was from the US or somewhere else. So it has arrived. They're just waiting for it to get to their house. After the big storm that we had late March, they are still dealing with some of the trees that have fallen, which lots of people are, so it is what it is. They are getting their grandchildren to help them get the motorhome out and take off all the winterizing and stuff, so that'll be next weekend is when that's happening. So I am right now hoping that the first weekend in May we will have it. So I will have been sprinkling some images throughout our video so that I can share with you what we have so far. We have absolutely no intention of doing any kind of updating or renovating or putting our own touches on it. It is a 1985 motorhome. It got, at some point, one of the owners was a mechanic, for like an RV mechanic, so he did whatever changes he put on. Some really like convenient stuff, it sounds like, just for winterizing and stuff, because it's a Canadian made RV. Everybody who's owned it has been Canadian, so there's just some like winterizing stuff that really was worth doing just for ease of use, so that's really cool. But everything is staying the same. We wanted something exactly like this with all of the charm from the years that it has existed and been an awesome part of people's adventure history, and now gets to be part of ours, and it's going to continue looking like it came right out of the 80s. So big fans of that. It is a wet bath, which we were kind of not looking for, just because when you have a dog like Addie, it is a mud magnet. But I mean, our boat was a wet bath, and that was not really that big of a deal to us, so it would have been nice, but we didn't really care that much. Yeah, I'm not sure what this video is going to be, if it's going to be coming out more in real time, or if I'm going to wait until we actually get the RV to pick it up. So we'll see. Stay tuned, I guess. We'll talk later. All right, another RV update, which I'm very excited about. I was having a little bit of trouble finding somebody who was in Bracebridge who would be willing to do the certified, the safety MTO, whatever. And the place that the seller has it at right now for fixing the radiator, which he did, and he also fixed the thermostat housing, which I'm just repeating words that have been said to me. I am not really very aware of what that means. So the mechanic, he is willing to let it sit on his lot until he's able to get to it, which is like a massive deal. So that is very exciting, and I'm very appreciative of all of these people coming together to help make this happen. So today is the day that we should be heading to make final payments, pick up the keys, get the ownership. There's two kind of snags that we are still dealing with, but my kind of projected end date is May 24th. So that is when I have my next event that I would love to bring this RV to. If not, it's not the end of the world. I have my tent trailer that I can bring, but man, would it be more fun than my RV? Okay, so fingers crossed. We're excited to go see it today. I will show you what I can from our little tour. I hope it's as amazing as, oh, I'm already so excited. I hope it's as amazing as I remember it being. I just like every 8 hours or so, I just go flipping through the pictures that I took because I'm very excited about this next adventure. So I'll bring you with us.
Yep, rolling.
Okay, come see my motorhome. It's new in 1985. Okay, so it's a 19-foot Glendale motorhome. It is on a Ford E350 chassis with engine. So if anything goes wrong, that's what we need to fix. We are not fixing a Glendale motorhome. We are fixing a Ford engine. Okay, so this is my new motorhome. I bought it for more money than I said I'd buy it for. Sorry, Wesley. I'm an adult with my adult money now. There is so much storage, which is really great, but I will show you the basics. So this couch has a bunch of seat belts. Is that not so cool? So that I can sit two people here, and it pulls out into a bed. And then I have my little kitchen area with a stove, which is so cool. This microwave is so little, which is great. Not sure what I'm going to put in there, but happy it's there. Look at all the cabinets, if you will, dear. It's so great. You can store so much stuff. So living in a small space on the boat, it was absolutely everything was an important area for storage. Funny, there was an under the floor storage on the boat, and we put our onions and our potatoes there, and we kept forgetting about them. So we just have to be smarter about that here, I guess. But great height when you're not a 6 foot tall man. I would know. Okay, keep coming in. So over here, already made myself at home with all of my things. This also turns into the bed and also has 2 seat belts. So 2, 4, 6 people. Lindsay, Kristen, if you're watching this, that means you and your spouses. No getting out of it. Or mom and dad, should you wish to join us. Look at how cute they made this when they actually even put these around for us to hold it there. That's awesome. We bought it from such sweet people. It is so cool. Okay, important for me, I wanted an over-the-cab bed just for space reasons. And again, 19 feet. It is actually shorter than my dad's pickup truck. So we needed a lot to happen and a little bit of space. So this is a queen, slightly larger than a queen, I believe they said. But we lived on the boat, and that was a double. So it'll be great. I think I'm going to get a mattress. Or at least a mattress topper, probably 3 inches at least. Because this is there, but I want this to be comfortable. I want us to be yeah, I will leave my home to go into a moving sleeping quarters. So that's the plan. I think I'm going to go with sage green and peach for my colors because it'll pair well with burgundy as per Pinterest. Distracted over here is the bathroom. It is a wet bath, which is fine, not really an issue. I think my only consideration for the wet bath was Addie, but it's a wet bath. And having lived on the boat, we are very experienced with the concept of what comes in must come out. And if you bring it in, you bring it out. So keep that in mind. And then we can go check out the seating area is actually the driving quarters. Okay, welcome to the front, the driving area. So I drive the Spark. That's my vehicle. And then a Jeep. So this is massive, massive. Like, for context, this Spark is so small that I can crank my window here and I can crank my window here, you know? So I think about that context when I look at the expansiveness of these seats. But they are so cool. I love that it's mostly original, save the CD, but don't worry. My first car was a CD car and it was glorious. So stocked back up on some staples. This is so fun. We had these on the boat too. And is that? I don't know. I'll have to figure out what that is. So I feel like it's going to do what it does. Goes and not goes. This is access to the engine compartment, which is also just kind of a fun fact. I feel like this is a good amount of space. Usually this would be able to come out entirely while you were driving. However, they secured it just for safety for them sleeping in there. The previous owners, they explained that, so not a big deal. And you can see the curtains all the way around. So also very cool, very practical. So we have brought a ton of stuff with us to put in here because we've just been driving around with it because it can't sit in the house because of the showings, and it can't sit here because we just gained access to it effective right now temporarily till this day ends. So that's where we're at. That's my tour.
Great job.